Is Wednesday, November 19th. I'm T. Waldron. This is my cat Pumpkin. And our fantastic moderator is Imran Hossain. Thank you, Imran. Cheers to you. And my extra cat over there is Fractal. She is usually not in the shop, but she may join us. Cheers. This is a little coffee with some vanilla protein shake. That is yummy. Okay, so I hope you're having a great day. It is freezing here. I went for my walk this morning and there were snowflakes coming down. And I thought to myself, should I turn around? And I said, no, it's not slippery. I'm gonna keep going. I have a rule. If it's less than 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, I stay home. If it's icy or lightning, I don't go. But other than that, if it's not slippery out, I'm gonna go for that walk. And that's part of keeping the promises you make to yourself. So deciding what you're gonna do and then following through on it, even if it's uncomfortable or you don't want to, that's a sign of self-love. So yeah, so that it's kind of counterintuitive because you're thinking this is uncomfortable, I don't want to do this. But when you keep your promises you make to yourself, that shows your soul, yourself, that you're trustworthy. Good morning, Keith. Good morning. As words of truth unveils the veil, as your wisdom and vitality grows with every healing breath. Yes, that sounds good, Keith. Yes, let's do some healing breaths. That sounds fantastic. So if you can, close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And inhale through your nose. We're slowing our breath down. We're inhaling relaxation and peace and exhaling any tension. Very nice. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Continue breathing slowly and deeply and releasing any sort of tension as you exhale. Inhale. Anything negative, anything fear, any anger, resentment, it doesn't belong to you. You don't own it. You don't need to hold on to it. And it's really freeing letting that go. And just sometimes giving yourself permission to let it go. And it could be bound up with a belief that you have that maybe you don't own either. So when we can get to what we're feeling and why we're feeling it, it can be hard, it can be uncomfortable, but it can also be very freeing. And exhale. And inhale. Good. Keep breathing slowly and deeply. And allow yourself to let go of anything that no longer serves us. That's so true, yeah. Good morning, Christian. Carb strong. Bad vibes from the cat. Don't listen, Pumpkin. Carb strong. I think you need to cut some carbs. Maybe you'll feel better. Your cat is sending both of you healing purrs. Thank you. Cats are... You must be a dog person, Carb strong. That's okay. We love dogs too. This is not the pumpkin. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. You're so funny. That's hysterical. These are not the droids you're looking for. Hi, Sower. Welcome. Pumpkin is the boss. Yeah. Hi, Victor. Hello, de Argentino. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So I want to share with you a book. A friend of mine gave me some books yesterday. And this is a beautiful book. It's by Khalil Gibran. And he was a poet, philosopher, and artist born in Lebanon, a land that had produced many great prophets. The millions of Arabic-speaking peoples were familiar with his writings and the language and consider him to be a genius of the age. His poetry has been translated into more than 20 languages, and his drawings and paintings have been exhibited in the great capitals of the world and compared to Auguste Rodin and the work of William Blake. In the U.S., which he made his home during the last 20 years of his life, he began to write in English. So this book is called A Tear and a Smile. So I want to read you a poem from that. Hi from Sydney, welcome. Hey Jonathan, welcome. Oh yes, okay, reminder, today Keith has his Defense of the Dark Arts and Strategies webinar at noon. Excellent. Yeah, Rudolph. She's a senior citizen. She's 17, so we had to get her a very dignified necklace. And this reminds people of the Orion necklace from Men in Black. But we all have a universe within us. So, you know, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where Fractal went. She runs around. That's Pumpkin's friend Fractal. Waves with every healing breath from Arkansas. Excellent. Hey, from Mississippi. All right. Yeah, Panda, if you know cats, you can't, they do what they want. Okay, Pumpkin wants to be here. She loves being here for the live every single day. Right, Pumpkin? Yeah. But the other one, she comes and goes as she pleases, as we all know. So let's see. Oh, this book's upside down now. Let's see what we have here. Thanks for the hearts. Okay, this poem is called A Tear and a Smile. And I thought, you know what? It's Wednesday morning. It's the middle of the week. We could use a little poetry in our lives. And the idea of this poem is so beautiful because it talks about a tear and a smile. So, you know, very, very opposite parts of a continuum. And that's kind of like life, you know, life is never, if we're just sort of straight down the middle, it's kind of boring. So by having this contrast, by having this very different experiences, that's where the beauty is, in enjoying the contrast. So yeah, respect your elders. That's right. Yeah, thank you, Militron. Ultra Cyber Cat. That's funny. Okay, this is called A Tear and a Smile. I would not exchange the sorrows of my heart for the joys of the multitude, and I would not have the tears that sadness makes to flow from my every part turn into laughter. I would that my life remain a tear and a smile, a tear to purify my heart and to give me understanding of life's secrets and hidden things, a smile to draw me nigh to the sons of my kind and to be a symbol of my glorification of the gods, a tear to unite me with those of a broken heart, and a smile to be a sign of my joy in existence. Isn't that beautiful? I would rather that I died in yearning and longing than I lived in weary and despairing. I want the hunger for love and the beauty to be in the depths of my spirit, for I have seen those who are satisfied, the most wretched of people. I have heard the sigh in those in yearning and longing, and in sweeter than the sweetest melody. With evening's coming, the flower folds her petals and sleeps, embracing her longing. At morning's approach, she opens her lips to meet the sun's kiss. The life of a flower is longing and fulfillment, a tear and a smile. The waters of the sea become vapor and rise to come together and are a cloud. The cloud floats above the hills and the valleys until it meets the gentle breeze and then falls weeping to the fields and joins with the brooks and rivers to return to the sea, its home. The life of the clouds is parting and meeting, a tear and a smile. And so does the spirit become separated from the greater spirit to move in the world of matter and pass as a cloud over the mountain of sorrow and the plains of joy to meet the breeze of death and return whence it came, to the ocean of love and beauty, to God. Isn't that beautiful? So that was A Tear and a Smile, Khalil Gibran, or Gibran, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of poetry. And there is science that talks about when we cry tears of anger, we're letting out emotions. When we cry tears of sadness, it's actually a different chemical signature. So our tears have different reasons and they can help us get through different things. And then of course, smiling can actually bring your vibration up. That can bring up your hormones, your whole vibe. So yeah, I hope that gave you something to think about today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And don't be afraid of the contrast. If you're living in contrast, maybe see what that tear can bring you. See what you're learning from that sadness or that challenge. And, and then it makes us appreciate when we're happy, when we have that contrast. So I hope that was interesting for you. And again, reminder, today Keith's live is at 12 o'clock today. Yeah, and then we'll end with this. I never change memories in my healing work. I only change what they mean, right? Turning pain and fear into our greatest tools for healing and growth. Right. Sometimes those biggest learnings come from the biggest amounts of pain. Like usually when something's a big lesson, it will feel terrible. And then I learn more from it. 'Cause I'm like, oh, what was that there to teach me? Because it really does force you to think. Yeah, the power of contrast, right? Correct. So good. All right. So from myself to yourself, thank you for joining me on this journey, right, Pumpkin? Yes. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.